is Just So You Know Moments with a Twist. Your host, Dr. Jackson Dean, the Pen Slayer. You ready? Let's go. Just so you know. Moments with a twist.
This Just So You Know moment is brought to you by Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean and Jackson Dean Investments. Just so you know, Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean, the TV talk show queen and the Pen Slayer, says, I am a talk show host, a speaker, a life and success strategist, and author. I inspire, empower, and coach others to be the best version of themselves. Welcome to Just So You Know moment. The Twist. I am your host, Dr. LaShonda Jackson. Hey y'all, I made it. And never would have made it. But I made it, y'all. Never would have made it without you. But I'm here, y'all. Trying to get ready for tonight. Let's get it going. Get my camera going here. All right, thank you to everyone who has already joined in. Please, 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 like and share, like and share, like and share, like and share. Please host some watch parties and be interactive and participative, because you know, that's what I love. That's what I love, okay? As always, I have to start off by saying thank you, thank you, thank you to God, as well as all of these social media platforms out here for the opportunity to have a virtual practice lab to use on my way to my worldwide, nationally, and internationally syndicated internet, radio, and TV talk show. Just a little surprise and a little secret to tell you, you probably already know this, but you should know this by now. I have a TV talk show. My face is so oily tonight. That's how you stay young, y'all. That's how you keep looking young. You have that oily skin going. But anyway, y'all already know I have a TV talk show. And so I'm thanking God for that. I'm thanking God for everything that He's done for me with that. And so this is separate from my TV talk show. You know, I've been doing this for a year, 2 years. This is my social media, just so you know, moment with a twist social media platform. But I also have my just so you know moment with a twist TV talk show. But before I go into all of that, let me just start by saying my disclaimer. And whoever, all of y'all that always stay with me, you know what my disclaimer is. If anything should happen, such as my computer fall off the desk or I fall out the chair, we just gonna keep rolling right through this bad boy like nothing has ever happened. With the exception of, if you can't hear me. If you can't hear me, let me know that you can't hear me so I can adjust my auto and we can keep going, okay? So, now to the TV talk show. By now, you all should have heard about my new TV talk show under the same name as this show, but with the addition of TV talk show. So it's Just So You Know moment with a twist TV talk show. And guess what? I'm still excited. I'm still excited about it all. Hey Bernard. I'm still excited about it all. And I want you all to be excited with me. I want you all share in this greatness, this blessing that I have the opportunity to do things that I love to do. And what do I love to do? Uplift others. That's what I like to do. Opportunity is solely for me to uplift others. This show is not about me. It's about you, you, all of you business owners, all of you musicians, artists, authors, um, public service, people running for office, lawyers, attorneys, doctors, whoever wants a platform to get up and talk about their business and do an outreach to the people, your girl got you covered over. You can come on my show. We can set you up, get you booked in, and have you on TV. Because you know, want to be on TV, right? Who doesn't want to be on TV? Everybody wants to be on TV. So be sure to watch my TV talk show every week. It's on every TV network. We're streaming on every streaming platform. We're on every social media platform. And if we're not on the ones that you look at, guess what? They're on our way. One of our best platforms to watch us on is YouTube. I love YouTube. You can find anything on YouTube. Definitely can find Dr. Jackson D. And Just So You Know moment with a twist. So just do a search for Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean, and there you are. But by the way, if you are interested in doing a 30-minute TV guest appearance or a 30-minute demonstration, doing promotions or advertising, just contact me at Just So You Know moments with an S, Just So You Know moments at gmail.com. This TV show is not about me. It's about you, the business person, your service, your skill, your talents, your books, your authors, your art, your music, just your, when whatever your is, that's what this is all about, okay? Hey, how you doing? Let me give you a hello too. So, if you have not seen my talk show yet, go to my page. And please, when you go to my page, leave some love, leave some encouraging words. You can also go to my fan page and become a subscriber, a follower. Like the page while you're there, okay? Could you do that for me? Can y'all do that for me? Like the page. Don't just go on there and look and go on there and just hit follow and don't hit like. Hit like. Is it gonna hurt you? Does it hurt you just one bit to hit like and give me a little support? And then follow. And we'll go from there. Okay. So at this time, we're recognizing National Women's History Month. That's what we are now, okay? We're recognizing National Women History Month. And tonight, let's recognize Miss Constance Baker Motley. Do y'all know who that is? Are y'all familiar with Constance Baker Motley? Miss Motley co-wrote the argument for Brown versus Education of Topeka. Y'all remember that? If you don't, I'm going to explain it. So, Brown versus Board of Education of Topeka was a landmark 1954 Supreme Court case in which the justice ruled unanimously the racial segregation of children in public schools were unconstitutional. So does that jar your memory from when you learned this in school? Okay. This case was the cornerstone of the civil rights movement, and it helped set the precedent that the separate but equal education and other services was not fair. So, do y'all remember when they would always say separate but equal, separate but equal, black over here, white over here, same but separate? Well, this particular case ruled that it was unconstitutional, okay? And so the term separate but equal derived from the Supreme Court ruling in the case of Plessy versus Ferguson. Do y'all remember that one? Okay? Plessy versus Ferguson is where that term came from, okay? It derived from the Supreme Court ruling in the case of racially segregated public facilities were legal so long as the facilities were for black and white were equal. So that's where the separate but equal came into. The ruling constitutionally sanctions Laws bringing African Americans from sharing the same buses, schools, and other public facilities as whites, known as Jim Crow. Those are the Jim Crow laws, okay? And established separate but equal doctrine that would stand for the next 6 decades. Miss Motley, who we're honoring tonight, was the first black woman to argue in a case of the United States Supreme Court on the Brown versus Board of Education of Topeka. The civil rights movement and the success was driven from here, and all of the successes and the hard work and strength that women put into the movement, okay? So let's tip our hats. Let's raise our cups to all of the women that work so hard and put their strength and their focus in on the civil rights movement, especially for Miss Constance Baker Motley. All right, so let's get to what we were doing. Hey, Bull. So last week, our subject was on magnification. Okay, so it was entitled 2020 Vision, Magnified and Magnified. To summarize last week's episode, Magnified and Magnified, if you want to level up, if you want to promote, if you want to your business to grow, if you hope that your territory will be expanded, if your magnification is just your goal, if that's what you want to do, Dr. Jackson Dean wants you to know it all begins with your praise. Did you know that? Are y'all aware that everything that you do successful, it all begins with your praise? The first thing you need to do is to start with magnifying God, giving God the praise that he deserves, and watch him work in your behalf. So that's the summary from last week. This week's episode is entitled 2020 Vision Dash Optimization. So, you know, like with the SEOs and your website, you want to always get them optimized. So, dash optimization. Just so you know, Dr. Jackson Dean, the TV talk show queen, and the Pen Slayer says, on the Just So You Know moment with a twist social media show, we aim to detect and correct. Detect and correct, okay? So, you may be asking yourself now, Dr. Jackson Dean, what exactly does dash optimization mean, right? What does it mean? Thank you. So glad that you asked. Dash optimization is referring to the dash between your birth date and your death date. You know how they have on the tombstone? Here lies such and such, born January 1st, 1920, dash to January 1st, 2025. Okay? I'm speaking about that dash in between those two dates, okay? That dash is very important, but you can make it monumental if that's what you want, okay? You can make it monumental with the things that you do. The dash signifies what you do while you are amongst the living, okay? Proverbs 22:1 says, a good name is more desirable than riches. To be esteemed is better than silver and gold. That's true. So what do you need to do for dash optimization? The first thing you want to do is get in the right mindset. That's the first thing you want to do. So how do you do that? You start by going to www.drlashondajacksondean.com and purchasing your own order of an autographed book of Level Up Through Mindfulness. Don't just get this book. Be sure to get the workbook that goes along with it. The workbook is called Level Up Through Mindfulness Life Book Part 2. So you have Level Up Through Mindfulness, the book, and you have Level Up Through Mindfulness, the workbook, Life Book Part 2. So I want you to read both of those books, and I want you to take notes on those books. After you read those books, Ask yourself a few questions. And these are the questions I want you to ask yourself. Number one, what are your constant thoughts? Number two, what are your thoughts predicated on? Number three, what environmental factors influence your thoughts? Number four, how do you use your thoughts, your emotions, to build momentum for your actual motion? If you recall, and if you've been with me, you know that I did a podcast on guarding your thoughts in turn your emotions, because we know that your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings dictate your motion. Your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings dictate your motion. Emotions and motions, okay? So what does that mean? What you think, what you do. Your thoughts lead to the things that you do. That's what that means, okay? My second suggestion is number one, to assess what you are doing, okay? If you want to dash optimization, you have to be a doer, okay? You can't just talk about it, you have to walk with it. You can't just talk about it, you got to be about it. Number two, do the things that you consistently do that have conviction. What are those things? Do you know? Do you know what you're doing that has conviction? And if you are consistently doing what has conviction, how do you measure it? Asking a question here. How does your conviction impact others? And who recognize the conviction impact that you are creating? Those are the things I want you to assess, okay? Let's go again. Number one, figure out what it is that you are consistently doing that has conviction. Do those things that are consistently causing conviction for others. And three, how do you measure that conviction? Four, how does the conviction impact others? And five, who recognize the conviction impact that you are creating? All right. Thirdly, recognize your investment. We all like nice things. Matter of fact, we love nice things, right? We all love nice things. But I think that we are all at a season in our life where we should be investing in things that are a match or even, or at least a complement to the goals that we're trying to reach. And I hope you understood what I'm saying. Investing in things that are a match to your goal or at least complement the goal that you're trying to reach. If you're not, you should be. Okay? So Dr. Jackson Dean, what do you mean our investment? What is an investment? So let's do a definition. Your investment is what you put your money on, your time, your focus, your interest, and your attention. So, how do we get those to match our goals? We have to ensure that the things that we're investing in are complementary to the goals that we're trying to reach. Okay, so matching your investment with your goals is imperative. All right, y'all understand that? Take some time to assess what you are spending your money on. Ask yourself, will this move me closer to reaching my goal? Or is this an impulse item? or is this an emotional purchase? Y'all ain't ready. I'm not gonna even go into what those are because that's a whole nother topic right there. But you have to ask yourself those two questions when you get ready to make an investment in something. Okay? The next thing you want to do is assess whether the investment is worth the time that you're putting into it. And focus on those things that are moving you closer to your goal. If you have done the assessment and you can see that the money that you're spending, the time that you're placing into it, the focus that you're giving it, the interest and the attention that you're giving to this particular thing, if it has no connection to what you're trying to accomplish, you need to let that go. It's not serving you any good. It's not serving any purpose in reaching your goal. You want to invest in things that's going to push you closer to your goal. And like I said, your investments is your money, your time, your focus, your attentions, and your interests. Okay, those are your investments. Fourthly, the way to optimize your dash is: can I spend your days in your chicken soup? Okay, and you know what that means. Your chicken suit is when you're here. You have to learn to operate within your powers. You have to ignite and unleash the powers you have within to get rid of the fear so that you're not afraid. You're not afraid to go ahead and just do whatever it is that is your goal, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. You got to pull the chicken suit off, pull the cape out, just do it. Do what? Do what? What do I do? Whatever you're gifted to, whatever your purpose is, whatever that God has placed in you, get out to the world. That's what you doing, okay? So you ask, what happens if I'm afraid? Does that mean that I can't do it? No. What if I'm afraid? Does that mean that it can't be done? That's a no too. Because sometimes you just have to do it while you're afraid. You have to do it scared. You have to just jump out there and get it over with. And sometimes once you do it once, you can do it. You can go and do it another time. It's just like riding a bike. You ride a bike and you fall off. Guess what? If you don't give up, you dust yourself off and get back on the bike. Guess what? You can ride the bike. You will eventually learn how to ride the bike. Just so you know. Dr. Jackson Dean, the TV talk show queen, and the pen slayer said, everyone gets scared for one reason or another sometime in their life, okay? Do I get scared? Absolutely, all the time. This is my first time on Instagram. Guess what? I was a little shaky about this, but you know what? I can't allow my fear to overcome my will to do. And you got to do the same. If you feel afraid to do something, you can't let that fear hold you so hostage that you don't make a move. You're going to eventually have to make a move. So you might as well go and do it now. Don't let fear take over. I've seen times I might be shaking in my boots when I'm about to do something. But guess what? I keep right on stepping in my boots. I keep stepping right onto it and I do it. I may find myself stuttering or losing my thought from time to time. I just keep reaching, reaching in my head for thoughts until I find the right one. And when I find the right one, then I say it, and then that jars my memory to go ahead and continue to talk about whatever I'm talking about. You can do the same. I know I'm not perfect, okay? And guess what? I don't try to claim that I'm perfect. I don't try to act like I am. I don't do any of that. I just do what I can and do it as well as I can. I don't do everything right, but my heart and my intentions are always pure. So that keeps pushing me forward. Know that you're not alone and know that you don't just mess up by yourself. I mess up too. And I even mess up a lot. And this takes me to number 5. Don't be afraid to fail. We all have failed at something. So don't let it get you so down that you give up. And so this I'm trying to encourage someone today. I hope it is actually reaching someone. Don't be afraid to don't be afraid to get out there and do what it is. Just so you know, Dr. Jackson D. Failure offers the opportunity for growth. We tend to grow from our failures, okay? Just know this. When you are not perfect at something or try to present yourself as being perfect at everything, you gain the opportunity to perfect whatever it is you're doing. That probably went over a couple heads right there, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it again. When you're not perfect at something and you don't try to present yourself as being perfect at everything or even something, you allow yourself the opportunity to perfect whatever it is that you're trying to do. Does that make sense? Learn to look at failures in a different perspective. Trust me. A failure can sometimes assist you in acquiring new skills. So you don't have to. There's a lot of things that I've learned in my failure, that things that I've tried and didn't do it right or it didn't come out the way that I wanted. But guess what? I pulled another skill out of it. I was able to do something else with the information that I ascertained from the failure. And you can too. So what I'm saying is don't fear failure. Don't fear falling in something that something's not going to go right or things are not going to go the way planned it. Which group was that? Outcast. Andre 3000 said you can always plan a picnic, but you can't predict the weather. That's a, that's the way you need to look at it. You can prepare the perfect picnic. You can have all the nice cheeses and breads and fruits and wine and everything else that you could possibly want. Chicken, your fish, whatever, your barbecue, whatever you want for this picnic. Everything, your red checkered picnic cloth and your basket, all of that. You're perfect, a perfect person to be with. All of this can be perfect. The sun could be out shining brightly. And as soon as you get ready to bite into that first rib, guess what? It starts to rain. Plan a perfect picnic cannot predict the weather. So don't worry about it. So the moral of my show tonight is to do your best to do what your purpose. Do your best at what your purpose for, okay? If you don't know what your purpose is, that's a whole nother show. Stay tuned, okay? So, are there any questions tonight? Let me acknowledge some people who are on here. Let's see, we got Catrice Patrick. Um, hey, First Lady President, Madam President is what I call her. Hey, how you doing? We got Fabulous Self-Made. We have the Duck Factory. That's my friend and my homeboy, Bernard. Tijo 731. Grind Forever and 901 Bull. We have him here. Let's see. We have over here. Do it like this. This is so much better. Y'all know I was having some problem with my computer. Got Florine Jackson House here. We got Michelle Sexton. Hey, Sixty, how are you? Hey, Sharp. Sharp is here. Got PM Dean. Hey, Big Daddy. Got Mia. Hey, Mia. We have Brandon. Hey, Brandon. That's my cousin. Hey, Kevin McCoy. Got Shanita. Hey, Shanita. We have my Aunt Reva. We got Geraldine Nesbitt. We have Sonia Guillory. Hey. We have Faven. Hey, Faven, how are you? We have Catherine. Hey, Auntie. We have my Uncle Hubert. Hello, how are you? We have Regina Stewart, Roy Dillard, Trisha Bernard. We have Afia, Darrell, Bradley, Sharonda Johnson, Kim Wilson, Ozita Lucher, Mark, Tammy Henderson, and my Aunt Lucy. Hello, how y'all doing? But that was really what I was trying to express to y'all tonight is that dash in between those 2 days are very important. And so if you want to make that time in between there, that time that you're living on earth, if you want to make it monumental, those are the steps that you need to do. Figure out what it is that you're trying to convey, how your convictions are, who and how you're going to measure your conviction, who is actually recognizing the conviction, the impact of your conviction. Not to be fearful of what you're doing, not be afraid to do things, not be afraid to fail. That's the most important thing. If you can get past not being upset and afraid to fail, you can do a whole lot more than what you think. A whole lot more. If you can get past that fear of, oh, what are people gonna say? Or how are they gonna feel about me? Guess what? They talking about you anyway. They talking about you if you do well. They talk about you if you don't do well. So guess what? I say give them something to talk about. That's the way I do. Give them something to talk about. But don't be afraid to fail. Step out there and leave your mark. Step out there, put your footprint on the earth. Step out there and leave a legacy for your family. Have something for folks to remember you by. You want to be here 90 years and die and nobody even remember nothing about you? I don't. I don't. I want to be able to do some things here. I want to make my mark on the world. I think that I already have, and I think I'm continuing to do that. And as long as the Lord allow me to be here, I'm not going away. I'm going to continue to do. And start with helping others. That's what I like to do. So this concludes our episode for this week, 2020 Vision Dash Ultimization. Please join me next Wednesday and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on Facebook Live, Periscope, YouTube, Apple TV, iTunes, all of that other stuff. And remember to watch my TV show, Just So You Know Moment with a Twist, TV talk show. And we're on all the networks, on all the streaming platforms, and all the social media, okay? For more information on Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean and the services and the books that I offer, visit me online at www.drlashondajacksondean.com. See you next week for Just So You Know Moment with a Twist. Talk to you later. Bye.